Mobile gaming has been a big business for a long time now, like big business. And when something makes that much money, all the biggest names in the industry are going to want a piece of that pie. What used to have been this is becoming this. What people used to think of mobile gaming has drastically changed, with gaming's biggest publishers now entering mobile. But are any of the mobile games created by gaming's largest companies any good? How do they compare to the titles they publish on more traditional platforms like console and PC? Well, let's take a look and find out.
Watcher 1 to Bravo 07. You in position?
Nearly there.
It's hard to think of a publisher as large as Activision Blizzard, and it's equally just as hard to think of a console and PC franchise that's bigger than Call of Duty. Call of Duty's first entry into mobile was back in 2019, called Call of Duty Mobile. But the times have changed since 2019, and they're taking everything they've learned with their upcoming release this year of Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, the Battle Royale spinoff of the popular shooter series. While Call of Duty Mobile was developed by Tencent, known for developing countless mobile games based upon popular franchises, Warzone is being fully developed internally by Activision. Most exciting though, Activision appears to be integrating cross-progression and is promising that Warzone Mobile will have shared Battle Pass progression with the console and PC versions of Warzone 2.0, as well as with Modern Warfare 2, and presumably whatever the next Call of Duty game is. That means whether you're playing on your Xbox or grabbing a quick game on your phone during your lunch break, you're still making progress on your Battle Pass. Warzone Mobile won't be one-to-one the same content as Warzone 2.0, but with the same action-packed Battle Royale gameplay we've known to love and shared progression, we're excited to see Activision going full stop for this one. Warzone Mobile has been in testing phases since last year, and the latest rumor is that it will launch officially on November 1st, 2023. Come on now, we can't not talk about Epic Games and their unstoppable cultural juggernaut Fortnite. Where else can you witness Thanos pull off a Kamehameha against Kratos while teaming up with Master Chief? Compared to Activision, on the mobile end, Epic appears to be fully committed to providing a true cross-platform experience, with Fortnite releasing back in 2017 for all platforms, including mobile. And not a mobile watered-down version, but the full game with full crossplay. Sadly, Epic's extremely popular Battle Royale was moved from Apple's App Store and from Google Play Store back in 2020, but that's another story. While still unavailable for iOS, if you own an Android phone, you can download Fortnite directly from Epic or from a third-party Android APK provider, like us, for example. As for iPhone users, you can technically play Fortnite via the cloud using GeForce Now in your phone's browser, though that might not be the ideal experience for an online multiplayer game. Let's just hope Apple and Epic sort out their problems soon, because Epic appears to know how to bring full experiences to mobile. Speaking of full experiences, MiHoYo, now HoYoverse, deserves a quick mention. While relatively unknown prior to the launch of Genshin Impact in 2020, MiHoYo went from growing but a relatively unknown Chinese studio to one of the hottest companies in gaming. The best part about their new game Honkai Star Rail is the same thing that was so impressive about Genshin Impact. It's available across platforms, and it's the same game and same high level of quality no matter where you play it. Star Rail is currently on iOS, Android, and PC, with PlayStation versions planned for the near future, but whether you're playing with your phone or your TV, it's a highly polished AAA quality experience. Seeing a pattern here? Riot Games did not remain silent forever. Ever since one of the most popular games in the world came out back in 2009, there have been many MOBAs to grace your phone, but none were League of Legends. That is, until 2020, when One True King arrived and Riot Games released League of Legends Wild Rift for Android and iOS. Wild Rift is not as fully featured as its PC bigger brother. After all, it only features around 40 champions so far compared to the 160 available in core League of Legends. Even still, Wild Rift has been smartly tweaked to make the fast, strategic, and fun gameplay of League of Legends fit perfectly onto your phone screen, without the immense amount of hotkeys needed to play its PC cousin. That means some of the more complex parts of League of Legends has been simplified for Wild Rift, like most items being passive. But Wild Rift also has some things that League of Legends doesn't, including some skins that are exclusive to the mobile game. It's well worth checking out, especially with friends. Just don't be toxic.
It sucks playing the shit!
And what else is worth checking out is that subscribe button. Subscribe if you enjoy this content and you want to see more like it. It only takes a second, and you can always unsubscribe later if you want. Alright, back to the video. EA may be one of the biggest video game publishers in the world, but it has really struggled to make a crack in the mobile space. Just this year, the mega publisher announced that it was shutting down the extremely well-received mobile version of Apex Legends, also developed by Tencent, after less than a year, and was canceling development of the mobile spin-off of the Battlefield series. Yikes. EA has had a little more success on mobile when focusing on more casual experiences. Remember PopCat Games and their breakout hit Plants vs. Zombies? Well, EA was one of the earliest mega publishers buying out successful successful mobile developers, with PopCat entering the EA family back in 2011. EA announced Plants vs. Zombies 3 way back in 2019, with a pre-alpha version immediately available for some gamers. But since then, the game has floated in and out of being available in limited regions as PopCat tests different ideas. As of late last year, EA is still doing Plants vs. Zombies 3 tests, but says the game is far from an official launch. Everything we've seen so far looks extremely promising though, but we can't help but get a feeling that EA needs some catching up to do compared to the other mega publishers on this list. In the latest of mega publishers purchasing mobile developers, remember Angry Birds? What about Sonic the Hedgehog? With Sega's recent acquisition of Rovio, the Birds and the Hedgehog are now under one roof. While we won't see any fruits of this purchase anytime soon, Sega has published a mobile original known as Sonic Forces Running Battle. Formerly known as Sonic Forces Speed Battle, is an auto runner that launched in 2017. However, Sega's mobile strategy has been port. Streets of Rage, Phantasy Star, and yes, the original Sonic the Hedgehog are also all available on mobile. Let's just wait and see if we can expect any bigger things from Sega. Our nostalgia can only go so far. Take-Two Interactive is the publishing home of a bunch of major game franchises, including BioShock, Grand Theft Auto, and Red Dead, just to name a few. Sadly though, shockingly few of these have made their way to mobile in a way that feels good.
Oh shit, here we go again.
But if there's one area that Take-Two has dominated in the mobile space, it's sports. While some virtual hoop fans swear by EA's NBA Live mobile game, we would argue that NBA 2K is by far the superior basketball game for phones. NBA 2K includes full controller support, better visuals, more social functions, and even more tutorials voiced by none other than his royal airness himself, Michael Jordan. To quote TapTap editor Stagger Lee, "If you want to play basketball and not invest a lot of time, NBA 2K is the best experience you can spring on phones." Ubisoft has tons of best-selling video game franchises, including Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, and something called Imagine Party Babies. But perhaps the company's most widely played games are in the Tom Clancy series, military and spy games based lightly on the written works of, you guessed it, Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege has been enthralling gamers with intense team-based multiplayer since it first came out on PC and consoles in 2015. And last year, we found out that the tactical shooter will be getting a mobile spin-off. While we haven't had a chance to go hands-on with Rainbow Six Mobile yet, Ubisoft has promised a game that captures the essence of Rainbow Six Siege, but with tweaks to make it work better on mobile devices and its own content release schedule. There's no set release date for Rainbow Six Mobile yet, but an expanded beta, including iOS users for the first time, is planned to start on June 6th. We're already shaking with excitement. Let's hope Ubisoft gets this one right. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and watch this video if you want to see this.